From WBNG TV, this is Action News at 6.
In particular, I want to thank those jurors who fought for me and my children. Your faith in me was not misplaced.
Cal Harris maintains he had nothing to do with his wife's disappearance in 2001. Jurors who deadlocked on whether he killed his wife make a pact.
My obligation as a district attorney is to seek justice, and I will continue to do that.
The prosecution will pursue another murder trial, and we have reaction from people in Owego where the first two trials were held. Good evening, I'm Candace Chapman. A mistrial in the third murder trial of Cal Harris of Spencer. After 52 hours of deliberations, the jury remained deadlocked, and the judge let the jury go this afternoon. But it does not mean that Cal Harris is free of a second-degree murder charge. Our Julianne Pixoto has been covering the trial and joins us from Schoharie. Julianne?
Candace, Judge George Bartlett denied the defense's request to dismiss the case, meaning Cal Harris can be tried for a fourth time. And that next trial could take place right here in Schoharie again. Cal Harris was the first to speak to the media after the mistrial was declared. He read a pre-prepared statement saying he was thankful to be going home with his family. He said the support of his 4 children gave him the strength to survive a brutal process of trial after trial. Cal said no one should have to go through what he and his family have endured for the past 14 years. His wife, Michelle Harris, disappeared in 2001. Her body has never been found. Cal maintains his innocence and said he hopes to one day prove that to everyone's satisfaction.
Urge Michelle's family and the law enforcement community to please consider that you're wrong. You have been pursuing the wrong person. My children and I are begging you to look at someone else.
Cal also thanked the jury for working so hard for so long and added a special thanks to the jurors who fought for him during deliberations. He continued to thank his attorneys, the court officers, and the entire Schoharie community for their kindness and compassion during the trial. Live in Schoharie, I'm Julianne Pixoto, WBNG TV, Action News.
The jury of 7 men and 5 women left the Schoharie County Courthouse with no comment. They made a pact not to discuss their deliberations with the media. The trial lasted 16 weeks from jury selection to today's declaration of a mistrial. It's not known what the split of the verdict was. 3 times they told the judge they were deadlocked before he agreed to let deliberations end. Harris was convicted in 2 previous trials but won appeals. Family members of Michelle Harris both testified and attended the third trial. Her brother Greg Taylor and his wife had no comment about the outcome. A conference about the 4th trial is scheduled for August 12th in Schoharie, but defense attorneys say they will continue to pursue dismissal of the second-degree murder charge. Bruce Barquette told the media there should not be a 4th trial. Instead, he says there should be a first investigation, one that doesn't focus on Cal Harris, but on 2 other men Michelle knew, but who are now in Texas.
Stacy Stewart and Chris Tonneson were involved in Michelle's disappearance and murder. I have no doubt about that. We are going to pursue them. They're the ones that should rest uneasy tonight.
And Harris attorney Donna Aldia says the next step for the defense will be to see if the prosecution's willing to take a fresh look at the case. The defense says it will share any information it gathered, 80% of which it says the jury was never allowed to hear at this trial. Tioga County District Attorney Kirk Martin tried Harris for the first time. The previous trials in Tioga County were prosecuted by former DA Gerald Keene. Martin did not have much to say to the media about the mistrial. He says he's obligated to continue seeking justice in this case. And here is what Martin said about the defense plan to continue pursuing 2 other men as possible suspects in the disappearance of Michelle Harris.
Any comment on that?
No, I won't be answering any questions. I'll be issuing more statements in detail later. Thank you.
Martin again pointed out there have been 2 previous convictions and looks forward to the earliest possible date for the next trial in Schoharie. The defense said it does not plan to ask for a change of venue. The New York Appeals Court recommended against holding the 3rd trial in Tioga County, where the Harris family lives in Spencer. The county courthouse in Owego is where the 2 previous trials unfolded. Action News asked people in the village for their thoughts on the retrials and mistrial.
I think certain jurors have been spoken to by people that have connections to him, and either been told to keep their mouths shut or have a couple extra bucks in their wallet now.
How can you even try a man when there's no evidence, no body, no murder weapon? How can you even have so many trials for a man that he may have done it and he may not have?
And while some people said they want to see the district attorney's office continue to seek a conviction, others tell Action News they hope the third Cal Harris murder trial will be his last. You can continue to follow this story on WBNG.com. Also tonight, Binghamton University preparing for graduation weekend. Thousands of visitors are expected to be in town to celebrate the commencements. Our Josh Martin tells us the impact the big weekend will have for local businesses.
More than 3,000 degrees will be handed out during the commencement ceremonies at Binghamton University. Friends and family members are flooding the campus to see their special graduates' big moment.
This newly paved stretch of the Vestal Parkway is going to be getting a serious workout this weekend. The university says they're expecting more than 22,000 guests.
BU estimates that visitors and their families will spend upwards of $1.5 million this weekend, bringing a boost to local businesses.
We've got a lot of reservations and we've gotten a lot of calls, questions, so we're hoping to see a big crowd.
For a newer restaurant like The Shop, this weekend is an opportunity to gain more exposure and grow its business. The owners have doubled up on ingredients and beverages for the weekend. Hotel rooms have been booked for graduation for more than a year. Though rates are a lot higher this weekend, many of the hotels along the Parkway have no empty rooms available.
We try to, accommodate them in a way that shows we appreciate their business, but they're also paying a mighty dollar, to come and see their kids graduate. So we do extra things for them during the weekend.
The University Police will be conducting traffic control on campus for each ceremony throughout the weekend. Both the University and Vestal Police are reminding everyone to be patient and alert when driving by the university. In Vestal, Josh Martin, WBNG-TV, Action News.
More than 3,000 students will receive degrees this weekend at Binghamton University, and Action News will bring you more coverage of the ceremonies this weekend.
Breville live weather cam in Oneonta showing the cloudy skies have arrived there as well. Maybe a few light sprinkles, but for the most part, things are going to be staying kind of unsettled here throughout the rest of the evening. We do have a 40% chance of some showers here through the evening. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. We're going to keep that chance of some showers. Not everybody will get wet here tonight. Through about 11 o'clock, temperatures dropping down to around 60 at that point. I'll have a full look at your weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Howard. Still to come on Action News at 6. Find out how an Owego Free Academy student found a solution to help kids learn and grow at the Boys and Girls Club when Action News returns. We continue our profiles on a few of the students receiving the Student Community Service Award and a $1,000 scholarship, a program started by State Senator Tom Libous in partnership with Broome-Tioga BOCES and WBNG. Our Nick Marianos introduces us to the winner from Owego.
Scott Gardner will graduate a year early from Owego Free Academy, and it's not without accomplishment. He has spent countless hours helping out his community, and it all started when he joined the Interact Club as a freshman, the school's community service group.
I joined Interact Club about 2 years ago, and we've done a lot of community service projects and kind of got me involved with the community. Helped me realize that people do need help in the community.
Recently, Scott helped an elderly couple with spring cleanup.
It's an awesome feeling doing that and knowing that you have an everlasting impact.
His most notable work is tutoring at the Owego Boys and Girls Club after he noticed a few students struggling with homework. Scott quickly came up with a brilliant idea.
We have students from the Interact Club come over to help tutor the kids that need homework or help with their homework here.
Scott brought up the initiative. He put the initiative forward in the club. All of the students were in favor of that, and not only did he do that, he took the lead on it, which doesn't always happen.
Kids are really grateful, I see smiles on their faces, and it's a really good feeling to be able to help them. Any day that we can be here and help them is a good thing.
His attitude is terrific here. He is so positive and so energetic with the kids. They love to play with him. They have a great time. He's one of the favorite staff.
Scott noticed there was one thing missing, and that was food. He said kids are hungry after school, so he started a handball tournament to raise money for snacks and was able to present this check of $270 to the Boys and Girls Club to purchase snacks.
Knowing that I'm having an impact on their lives and helping them be successful in the future really gives me a great feeling. Makes it all worth it.
If he stays on this career path, sky's the limit. He will be an asset to wherever he works.
In Owego, Nick Mariano's WBNG TV Action News.
Each student award winner gets a $1,000 scholarship. Scott told Action News he plans to go to SUNY Broome and major in engineering science. Well, with warmer weather comes more insects.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing, isn't it? Not. This UNews user sent us this photo of the beehive she set up and painted. She said she will have new bees in a few weeks. Her hen named Henny Penny wanted to take a look and check it out.
But watch it out, Henny Penny. But you know, those bees are good insects.
They absolutely are. We would be nowhere without bees.
Right. You can send us your videos and pictures through our website, WBNG.com. Using UNews, we may use them here on Action News.
Your forecast after the break, but look at your pollen levels for tomorrow. Expecting high pollen count, especially tree pollen, but grass not an issue. Mold pollen, mold spores, and weed pollen not an issue at this point. We do have some showers right now and in our forecast the next several days. I'll have details on that coming up.
This Action News weather segment is brought to you by UHS, the heart leader. Learn more at uhs.net. This is Storm Tracker weather, powered by AccuWeather.
The Northeast satellite and radar here showing some rain moving across the area right now with mainly light rain, but could be a few big drops included here. We're seeing some batch of rain. First leading edge moving in through Otsego County at this point up towards Oneonta. Also, we're seeing a band of rain that's maybe a few steadier showers moving across the I-81 corridor at this point, coming into eastern Broome County. Most of the heavy action has been down south towards Scranton and even up north towards Syracuse. But look back to the west, Finger Lakes, activity becomes more sporadic, and even into western New York, the activity very isolated. But we're going to keep that chance of some rain in the forecast. Here's a look at the live radar. You can see that now moving up towards halfway between Oneonta and Cooperstown with some light rain there. Also, you can see that even through northern Broome County, the last scan, a couple of light rain showers, maybe a few sprinkles as well, and also, again, some of that steadier, lighter rain off into northwestern Susquehanna County at this point. But it's just going to be an unsettled evening here, but not going to see any significant issues. Temperatures right now, mid-60s, even near 70. In fact, 70 in Walton, 68 in Ithaca, 68 in Binghamton, 67 in Oneonta. So by about midnight tonight, we're looking at upper 50s to near 60 degrees. And we're not going to see a wild fluctuation in those temperatures tonight. So by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we're looking at upper 50s, maybe mid 50s in some of the cooler spots. And continuing into the day tomorrow, it's going to be warmer than today. Also a little bit more humidity. We're talking temperatures mid 70s off to the east, maybe near 80 degrees back to the west, but it's going to be more humid tomorrow. And we could see there's going to be an upper level disturbance moving through tomorrow afternoon, could touch off some showers and storms as we move into the day tomorrow. Could be a rumble of thunder even tonight still, but it's a pretty small chance. Occasional showers both Saturday and Sunday. Could be some thunder included as well. With the increased humidity sets up more instability or more moisture available for some thunderstorms. Monday and Tuesday unsettled, but a cold front will come through on Tuesday, and that will knock the heat and humidity down as well as the temperatures. Future Tracker shows a couple of showers moving through right through about 9 o'clock or so, but again, a lot of dry time here this evening. We're just going to be kind of dinking and dunking around those showers through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Still a few of those showers around. Late morning into midday tomorrow, a lot of dry time, but then into the afternoon, upper level disturbance move through after about 4 o'clock. That could bring us some showers and maybe a gusty thunderstorm tomorrow as well. 7-day forecast, 77 tomorrow. The chance of rain increases through the day. 81 on Sunday, upper 70s on Monday. Again, none of those days looks like they'll be a complete washout, but any rain that we do get at this point will be beneficial.
It will be. Thanks, Howard. Now let's take a look at what's coming up in Action Sports with Travis.
Candace, coming up, see which two schools moved on to the Stack softball final this afternoon. Plus, find out if the Bearcats' hopes of making the conference tournament are still alive. It's coming up next.
This is Action Sports.
The VU baseball team, the two-time defending America East champs, entered this weekend in need of almost a miracle just to qualify for this year's tournament. The Bearcats needed to sweep first place Stony Brook and then get a whole lot of help from other teams in the conference. Today, a chance to get a head start with a doubleheader. Game 1 on a gorgeous afternoon at the Bearcat Sports Complex, but BU in a hole in the 4th. CJ Kroyak trying to bring the Bearcats out of it. A 2-run shot for the UE grad. BU, though, still down 10-3, and not much doing against Seawolves pitcher Tyler Honahan. He gets a pair of strikeouts to end the 5th inning. Stony Brook still with a 7-run cushion, and they would add to that in the 6th. Bases loaded when Jack Parenti finds his way through the infield. 2-run score on the base hit. He can make it 12-3. Stony Brook takes game 1. BU can now no longer qualify for the America East tournament. As for the BU softball team, they're making history this afternoon, but it's delayed. The Bearcats are playing their first ever NCAA Division I tournament game, but weather has delayed that game in the 3rd inning. Binghamton currently trails James Madison 3-0. If they complete this one, we'll have your highlights coming up tonight at 11. The Stack softball semis put the big schools against the smaller schools this afternoon. 2 Class AA powers, Binghamton and Horseheads, each facing one of the best Class B schools in the section in Windsor and SV. We wanted to start with the Patriots and the Black Knights. That won a pitcher's duel as it went 1-0 for Binghamton. So let's see who they'd play in the final later on today. In the other game at Bagside, SV taking on Horseheads, game tied at 1. Blue Raiders break through. Lexi Abernath pushes one into left. That scores the runner from 3rd, and it's 2-1 Horseheads. Later in the inning, Jenna Richmond pulls it through the hole, also into left. That brings home another 3-1 Blue Raiders, and they're looking to add on even more, but SV says enough of that. Off the base hit, Horseheads trying to score from second. Check the throw from C.C. Clifford. On the money, no more damage done. SV would add on a run here, but it isn't enough in the end. Sabres lose 3-2, so Horseheads advances to the final to play Binghamton. And that game is going on right now. We'll, of course, have a recap tonight at 11.